Welcome, fellow aficionados. Did you know that throughout history, some of the smartest folks, from ancient Roman rulers to today's leaders, have looked to Stoicism, an old-school way of thinking, to handle life's toughest stuff? Today, let's dive into Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's super relevant right now. Picture dealing with problems calmly, turning obstacles into chances, and living each day with purpose and strength. That's the magic of Stoicism. In this video, I'll share 9 practical exercises to kickstart your Stoic journey. Whether you're aiming to toughen up mentally, find peace in chaos, or just live a better life, these Stoic practices will set you up to thrive. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a game plan to tap into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and apply it to your everyday life. Before we dive in, I kindly ask for your support. Please give this video a like and subscribe because your support keeps us going strong. Thanks a bunch. Let's get started. Number 1, dichotomy of control. Understanding the dichotomy of control boils down to knowing what we can handle and what's out of our hands. It sounds simple, but nailing it can be a game changer. In Stoicism, this concept teaches us that life throws all sorts of stuff at us that we can't do anything about. We can't control the weather, how others act, or time ticking away. But we do have a say in our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. Epictetus, a big Stoic thinker, put it bluntly. The main gig in life is sorting out what we can't control from what's in our power. It's like breaking free. Just think about the mental sweat we burn stressing over stuff we can't change. By focusing on what we can handle, we snag back that energy and use it for good. This isn't about shrugging and saying whatever to life. It's about jumping into what we can influence. Take being stuck in traffic, for instance. Stoicism nudges us to see that we can't control the jam, but we can control how we handle it. Instead of getting steamed, we can flip it and listen to an audiobook, chill out with deep breaths, or just roll with it. Shifting from what's out of our grip to what we can handle flips the script on the whole situation. The dichotomy of control also pushes us to lay off the urge to puppeteer others. We often get caught trying to bend people's behaviors or opinions, which just ends up in stress and fights. Stoicism tells us to stick to our own game plan and character. By setting a good example and sticking to our own standards, we can rub off on others without the headache of trying to micromanage them. Plus, grabbing hold of this Stoic idea helps us toughen up. Life's a roller coaster, and curveballs are a sure thing. When we wrap our heads around the fact that lots of stuff is out of our control, we can take on tough times with more chill. We learn to roll with the punches and respond with a clear head instead of getting bowled over by the chaos. Number 2, journaling. Stoic journaling, a technique favored by heavy hitters like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, packs a punch when it comes to personal growth and getting your head straight. Marcus Aurelius, the brains behind Meditations, used his journal as a personal playground to mull over life, being good, and the big picture, not for the public eye, but for his own playbook on living the Stoic way. What makes Stoic journaling stand out is its laser focus. It's not just scribbling down what happened. It's about digging into your thoughts, moves, and vibes through the Stoic lens. Here's how to nail it. First off, snag a few minutes daily, either in the AM to kickstart your day, or in the PM to mull over what went down. Keeping it regular is where the magic happens. When you're journaling, spill about your day and dive deep. Think about what you nailed, where you stumbled, how you faced challenges, and where you could have done better. This deep dive helps you spot areas to level up and whip up strategies for handling similar stuff smoother next time. Seneca was all about evening check-ins, asking yourself what went right, what went wrong, and how to level up. It's like holding up a mirror to yourself, a key part of Stoic vibes. Your journal is also prime real estate for Stoic reminders. Jot down quotes from Stoic big shots that hit home and chew over how to weave these ideas into your life. Keeping tabs on your journal entries lets you track your progress, spot trends in your behavior and thoughts, and unlock some deep insights into your personal growth journey. Plus, Stoic journaling is like hitting reset on your brain, helping tidy up your thoughts, dial down stress, and make sense of your feelings and experiences. Adding journaling to your daily grind doesn't need to be a slog. Just grab a few minutes to zone out and be real with yourself. Over time, this simple habit can work wonders on your outlook and overall vibe. Number 3. Train for adversity. Epictetus hammered home the need to gear up for tough times, stressing that we've got to toughen up and not dive into situations unprepared. It's all about prepping for the punches life throws, knowing we've got the power to choose how we react. One way the Stoics got ready for adversity was by pushing themselves physically. They'd purposely throw themselves into rough situations to build up their mental and physical grit. Think icy baths, rocking light clothes in winter, or fasting for stretches. It wasn't punishment. It was about beefing up their resilience and staying cool when things got hot. Today, you could try cold showers, intermittent fasting, or sweating it out with intense workouts. Getting ready for the rough stuff also means stepping out of our cozy zones in everyday life. It's about tackling tasks that make us gulp, speaking up when we'd rather fade into the background, or diving into skills that stretch our limits. By nudging our boundaries, we get used to staring fear and uncertainty in the face, which toughens us up for the real deal when it hits. Mental drills are just as key in this training. The Stoics were big on premeditatio malorum, where they'd regularly chew over potential hardships or setbacks and figure out how they'd handle them. This mental prep takes the sting out of tough situations, letting us stay cool and collected. Seneca was all about trying on poverty for size, living like he'd lost all his riches for a bit. It helped him appreciate what he had and get ready for any future hits. In today's world, you could dial back spending, downsize your stuff, or unplug from tech for a spell. It's not just about getting tough. It's about being grateful for what we've got. Prepping for adversity also means toughening up emotionally. The Stoics were big on keeping a lid on our reactions to outside stuff, aiming to keep cool and not get dragged down by negative vibes. Cognitive reshuffling can help here, flipping negative situations into positive or neutral ones to dial down their impact. Having a solid crew around you is crucial for this training too. Being part of a supportive community gives you a boost, holds you accountable, and serves up fresh perspectives on handling tough times. Swapping stories and learning from others beefs up your resilience. Mindfulness and meditation are MVPs in the adversity game. Regular practice tunes up your ability to stay in the moment, even when life's throwing curveballs. That means you can respond with smarts and composure when the heat is on. Making mindfulness part of your daily grind lays down a sturdy mental base for tackling whatever comes your way. To sum it up, prepping for adversity means taking on physical challenges, stepping out of your comfort zone, mentally prepping for the worst, trying out poverty light, getting emotionally tough, leaning on your squad, and making mindfulness a habit. These moves build up your resilience and get you ready to handle life's twists and turns like a champ. Number 4. Training perceptions. One of the big lessons from Stoicism is that it's not the stuff happening around us that messes with our heads, but how we interpret it all. This gem, courtesy of Epictetus, hammers home that our judgments about what's going on are what really get under our skin, not the events themselves. Picture getting caught in a sudden downpour. You could see it as a total pain, getting all bent out of shape by the hiccup in your day. Or you could flip the script and see it as a chance to vibe with nature, relish the cool rain, and maybe even have a blast jumping in puddles. Rain's the same, but how you see it changes everything. Getting a grip on your outlook starts with being aware. Start tuning into those knee-jerk thoughts and judgments popping up all day long. Notice how you react to different stuff and the stories you cook up in your head. Are you quick to slap a good or bad label on things? Do you tend to see challenges as threats rather than chances? Clocking these patterns is step 1 to shaking things up. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, was big on taking a step back and seeing stuff straight up. He'd remind himself to check out events and people without slapping on any labels or getting all emotional. This trick helps you see situations clearer and handle them more coolly. Like, instead of flipping because a coworker was rude, you could see it as them being stressed or dealing with their own stuff, not a dig at you. Another slick move is reframing. It's about consciously flipping your view of a situation to see it in a more upbeat or neutral light. Say you're staring down a monster project at work. Instead of thinking, I'm toast, this is impossible, you could switch it up to, this is a juicy chance for me to level up and pick up new skills. That tweak can dial down the stress and fire up your motivation. The Stoics also big up seeing things in the big picture. Marcus Aurelius had this cool trick called the view from above, where he'd imagine looking down on the world from way up high to get some perspective on his probs. It helped him clock how small most worries are in the grand scheme. It can help you shrug off the small stuff and focus on what really counts. Getting your perception game strong also means giving gratitude some love. The Stoics were all about spotting the good in our lives to balance out the bad vibes. Take a sec each day to think about what you're thankful for, no matter how tiny. It can shift your focus from the blah to the rad, boosting your overall vibe. Another piece of the puzzle is grooving on the impermanence of everything. The Stoics were big on reminding themselves that everything's on the clock, our stuff, our relationships, even our lives. By keeping that in mind, we can dig what we've got while it's here and not freak out about losing it. This vibe helps us stay chill when things get wobbly. Remember, working on your outlook is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a lifelong journey of getting better. Keep challenging those autopilot thoughts, giving thanks, and finding new ways to flip the script on your experiences. Over time, you'll find that your ability to see stuff in a sunnier, clearer light gets stronger, leading to a more balanced and kick-ass life. Number 5, remember it's all ephemeral. Sign number 6, take the view from above. Adopting the view from above, a practice Marcus Aurelius dug into in his Meditations, means mentally placing yourself in a lofty spot, like perched atop a mountain or gazing down from the stars. This technique helps you grasp how everything fits together and how your own troubles are just specks in the vastness of the universe. It's a gentle nudge to remember that your life, with all its ups and downs, is just a tiny slice of something much grander. To give this method a spin, start by picturing yourself lifting above your current scene. Imagine floating upward, taking in your home, your city, and eventually the whole globe. As you soar, watch how your problems shrink down. What felt like a mountain up close now looks more like a molehill from a distance. This practice is a reality check for our everyday worries. When we're lost in the details of our lives, it's easy to think our issues are the be-all and end-all. But the bird's-eye view reminds us there's a whole wide world out there, filled with folks grappling with their own stuff. It's a humbling and freeing realization that dials down the tunnel vision that often stokes anxiety and stress. Seeing things from above also stirs up a sense of connection. It nudges us to see ourselves as part of a bigger picture, a global web where every move sends ripples. This outlook can spark empathy and kindness as we clock that others are riding similar waves. It also pushes us to mull over how our actions play into the bigger scene and to strive for positive contributions. Another bonus, it helps us sort out what really matters. When we zoom out and glance at our lives from afar, it's easier to spot the small fries and the big deals. This can guide us in making choices that match our values and long-term dreams, rather than getting tangled up in short-term distractions. And when stress comes knocking, this view from above trick can be a lifesaver. When a tough situation hits, try stepping back mentally and sizing it up from on high. Ask yourself how this blip fits into your life story. Will it still matter a year down the road, 5 years? Often this wide-angle view shows that our worries are just passing clouds, not thunderstorms. Plus, it's a shot of wonder. Gazing out into the universe and realizing our tiny spot within it can be a jolt of awe and motivation. It's a cozy reminder that we're part of a grand saga that stretches across time and space. Adding this practice to your routine can be as simple as taking a few moments daily to picture your life from above. Whether during a quiet moment, a stroll, or whenever life gets hectic, the key is to keep nudging yourself to see the big picture and soak in that sense of perspective and connection. Sign number 7. Meditate on your mortality. Reflecting on your own mortality, a practice known as memento mori, involves pondering the certainty of death to gain a richer appreciation for life. This core aspect of Stoic philosophy has the power to profoundly reshape your outlook and priorities. Stoics believed that regularly confronting our mortality enables us to live with more depth and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often nudged us to consider how our lives would unfold if we were to depart this world at any given moment. This isn't about dwelling on the grim, but rather a gentle reminder of life's fleeting nature and the urgency to make every moment count. Here's why reflecting on mortality packs such a punch. First off, it cuts through the noise of everyday trivialities. When we acknowledge our limited time, it becomes clearer which pursuits truly matter and which are just distractions. This clarity can steer us toward what's truly significant, cherishing time with loved ones, chasing our passions, and living by our values. Secondly, contemplating mortality can dial down fear and anxiety. Many of our worries stem from dodging the reality of our own mortality. By facing it head-on, we can weaken its grip on us. Seneca advised prepping our minds as if we were nearing life's end, urging us to seize each day without unnecessary fretting. To weave this practice into your life, try carving out a few minutes each day to ponder life's impermanence. Whether during your morning quiet time, before bed, or during a peaceful moment in the day, close your eyes and let it sink in that your time here is finite. Imagine how you'd approach today if it were your last. What regrets would you skip? What leaps would you take? You could also sprinkle reminders of mortality throughout your space, like an hourglass, a skull, or a simple note, to nudge you to stay present and reflect on how you're spending your precious time. Another angle is to mull over the legacies of those who've passed before you. Consider what they left behind and how they're remembered. This can spark thoughts about the impact you want to leave and the legacy you aim to build. Meditating on mortality can also dial up your gratitude for life's simple joys. When you grasp that each moment is a gift, you start savoring the little things, the sun's warmth, the sound of laughter, the flavor of a good meal. This heightened sense of gratitude can dial up your overall joy and make daily moments more satisfying. In your chats with loved ones, this practice can deepen your bonds. When you're mindful of life's fragility, you're more inclined to express appreciation, patch up conflicts, and share quality moments with those who matter most. In the end, contemplating mortality can toughen your resilience. Knowing that life's unpredictable and death's a given can arm you with greater courage to tackle challenges. It reinforces the Stoic notion that while we can't control external events, we can control how we respond. By embracing the reality of death, we can live with more boldness and authenticity, seizing life to the fullest. Number 8. Premeditatio malorum. Premeditatio malorum, a Stoic practice, prompts us to ready ourselves for potential hurdles by envisioning what could go awry, all while avoiding dwelling on the negative. Here's how you can put it into action in your daily grind. Picture gearing up for a major project at work. Instead of just fixating on the positives, take a beat to mull over potential hiccups. What if unexpected roadblocks pop up? What if your initial game plan hits a snag? By mulling over these scenarios, you can sketch out backup plans and mentally brace for setbacks. But don't mistake this for pessimism. It's all about tackling potential problems with a proactive mindset. Say you're organizing a big bash like a wedding or a getaway. Consider potential glitches, bad weather, delays, or mix-ups. By foreseeing these bumps, you can prep alternative fixes and stay cool if they come up, letting you soak up the moment without stress. One perk of premeditatio malorum is its knack for taming anxiety. Often, our fear of the unknown packs a bigger punch than the actual curveballs. By staring down these fears and mentally rehearsing how to tackle challenges, we clip their wings. Epictetus preached readiness for not just minor inconveniences, but life's major shifts like losing a loved one or facing a dramatic upheaval. This mental dress rehearsal shores up our courage and readiness to face reality. To slot premeditatio malorum into your daily grind, carve out a few minutes each morning or evening to size up the day ahead. Scope out the tasks on your plate and forecast potential roadblocks. Picture yourself tackling them with grace and gusto. This routine can kickstart your day on a prepared, confident note, armed to tackle whatever rolls your way. Jotting down your premeditations in a journal can double down on your mental prep. Scribble down possible scenarios and your game plan. Over time, you might spot trends in the types of curveballs you anticipate, offering insights into areas where you might need to shore up skills or strategies. Beyond day-to-day hiccups, premeditatio malorum plays a key role in long-term plotting. When making hefty life calls, like switching careers, relocating, or starting a family, take a moment to weigh potential challenges and how you'd navigate them. This approach keeps your eyes open, weighing both the pros and cons of any big changes. But keep it balanced. The aim isn't to become a pessimist or get bogged down in potential pitfalls, but to foster a realistic, proactive mindset. By bracing for the worst, we can hang on to hope and optimism, secure in the knowledge that we're equipped to handle whatever comes our way. This forward-thinking stance, rooted in Stoic teachings, can arm you to weather life's storms with a stronger backbone and a clearer view. Number 9. Amor fati. Amor fati, a cornerstone of Stoic thought, urges us not only to come to terms with our destiny, but to fully welcome it into our lives. Nietzsche, while not a Stoic himself, celebrated this notion, asserting that genuine greatness springs from embracing one's fate and desiring no change, neither in the past nor the future, for all time. Imagine you're going through a tough period, like losing your job or dealing with a personal loss. Amor fati doesn't mean you should superficially be happy about these events. Instead, it means seeing these challenges as integral to your life story, shaping you, teaching you resilience, patience, and perhaps opening up new paths you haven't considered. One way to practice amor fati is to reflect on past experiences where adversity led to personal growth. Maybe a difficult breakup led you to discover new hobbies and friendships, or losing a job pushed you to pursue a more fulfilling career. By recognizing how past challenges have contributed to your development, you can begin to trust that current and future difficulties will do the same. The Stoics believe that everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see it at the moment. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the interconnectedness of all things, and encouraged himself to love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own. This perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities and helps us see life as a coherent and meaningful whole. Practicing amor fati also means letting go of resistance. When we resist what happens to us, we create additional suffering. By accepting events as they come, we conserve our energy for responding constructively rather than fighting against reality. This isn't about being passive or resigned. It's about engaging fully with life, knowing that every experience contributes to our growth. Amor fati also encourages gratitude. By embracing everything that happens, we cultivate a mindset of appreciation for life's complexity. We begin to see that every moment, pleasant or unpleasant, is a gift that enriches our experience. This gratitude can deepen our connections with others, enhance our enjoyment of life, and foster a sense of peace. To incorporate amor fati into your life, start by reflecting on your current challenges. Ask yourself how these difficulties might be shaping you for the better, what strengths you're developing, and what new opportunities might be emerging. By focusing on these questions, you can begin to see your struggles in a more positive light. Create daily rituals to reinforce this mindset. For example, at the end of each day, take a few moments to review the events and express gratitude for both the highs and the lows. Recognize how each experience is contributing to your growth and commit to embracing whatever comes your way. Incorporating the profound insights of Stoicism can revolutionize your existence, empowering you to discover resilience in hardship, lucidity in confusion, and serenity amid upheaval. In wrapping up, Stoicism equips us with potent tactics to confront life's trials with resilience and clarity. By integrating these 9 strategies into your daily routine, you can foster a mindset that welcomes challenges, finds significance in each moment, and lives with purpose. These aren't just lofty philosophical concepts, they're practical tools that can enrich your life. So, why wait? Dive into Stoicism today and witness how it reshapes your outlook and fortitude. Thank you for tuning in. If you gleaned insights from this content, don't forget to show your support by liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for more resources on living a resilient and purposeful life. And remember, the journey of Stoicism is ongoing. Keep practicing, keep evolving, and keep embracing Stoic wisdom. appreciate you joining me on this enlightening path. Let's continue to explore, learn, and evolve together, embracing the Stoic ethos with resilience. Don't miss out on joining our community. Hit that subscribe button now. Stay safe, stay profound, stay stoic. Bye for now, fellow aficionados.